Hi, and welcome to Easy Peasy Tutorials for CIS 1323. I'm your tutor, and I will be helping you through some of the lessons of Microsoft Access 2019. In this video, we will be looking at adding a lookup field with your own values in the list. Again, a lookup field is a field that lets you select data from a list of values. It's sort of like a drop-down list, and these values can either be referenced from another table, or you can create your own list by typing in the values. So let's see how to add or modify lookup list by adding values to your own list. And I will be using the Let Me Try Live file, and you can download it right from here. So let's open your file. And I will be using the appointments table to give you a simple example of adding a new lookup field in the datasheet view. So I double clicked it and it opened in the datasheet view. So to add a new lookup field, you just have to go to the empty column which says click to add. Click on the drop down and go to lookup relationship. Now we know that we are going to type in our own values, so I will select the second option which says I will type in the values that I want, of course. Next. So this tells you how many number of columns you are going to have in your list. By default you will always have one, but you can have more than one. Say suppose you want to enter your name which has first name and last name, so I can change it to 2 or 3 or whatever. So you can enter one column having first name and the second column having your last names, but let's keep it simple and let's change it back to 1, and let's try to enter your own room names for your appointments, right? So I want to enter, say, spa 1, then spa 2, massage 1, and massage 2. Right, I am happy with my list. I know that this is all going to be, and I will say next. Now I want to name this column room name, and I want to limit it to list, so I will check this box. What limiting to list means that you cannot enter any other value other than the values that you just entered in your list. Okay, and I also do not want to allow multiple values. Allowing multiple values means that one customer, one appointment, is going to be using more than one room at the same time for the same appointment, which doesn't seem right. So I'm not checking this. And I'm done with all the steps, so I will go ahead and finish. Cool. So here we can see that our list is appearing as the way we entered. So we have spa room 1, spa 2, massage 1, massage 2. So let's go ahead and select it for a couple of records here. So let's say Sandy here is going to have it in massage 1, Jody here is going to have it in massage 2, and let's say I forgot to add massage 3. And let's try typing in massage 3 here. And if I press enter, Access will not directly try to add it to your list or allow you to add it to your list. So it will ask you, do you want to edit the items in your list? Because I added something which is not in the list. If I say no, you would have to only select one of the options in the list that you already have. But if I say yes, you see Access automatically adds it in the list, and if you say okay, now you can see massage 3 appearing in the list. So you can modify your list like this whenever you want to. So you can now select massage 3 for Mr. Jack. Okay. So now let's see how to add or modify a lookup list from the datasheet view. Remember, when you have to modify an existing field, to a lookup field, you can only do so from the design view and not from the datasheet view. So I am going to close this appointments table and use customers table as a reference. And I will be referring to these steps here for modifying one of the existing fields, which is the phone type. So we close this table and open customers table in design view. So right click the customers, click to design view. Perfect. Now we are trying to add a new field. So to add a new field, you could go to the very first empty column and to its data type and select Lookup Wizard. And since you're going to add your own values, you will say, I will want to type in the values I want and say next, and the rest of the process is the same. I'm canceling it for now, so let's focus on how to modify an existing lookup field. And I will delete this so that we do not have further problems. Awesome. So for an easy view, I am going to split my window so that I can see my instructions. Okay, perfect. Alright, so it says open customers table in design view, which we already did. Modify the phone type field to use a lookup list with the following values. Okay, so the phone type field is over here, and we are going to change its data type. So click on the drop down, go to the lookup wizard, and it says you have to type in the values home, work, mobile, other. So I will say I will type in the values. Next column is going to be just one, and I will type in home, work, mobile, other, and hit next. Now I do not want to change the name of the field, so I'm leaving it as is. Limit the lookup list to values in the list. So I'm going to limit it to the list so that I cannot add another value unless I am going to modify it by adding it. Alright, and it says save the table. So we need to finish it here. We are done. Finish. And then to save the table, go to the customers tab here, right click and hit save, and then close it. Now switch to the datasheet view and observe the new lookup list. So you can open the datasheet view by double clicking the customers. I will double click it. Let's expand this, and we're just trying to find the phone type right here. And before we couldn't see this drop down, so now we have all these values as a list, and so we know that we added the lookup field successfully, that we modified this field to a lookup field now. So this is all there is. I hope this tutorial made it easy for you to understand lookup lists and adding the values what you want to your list. Keep practicing, and I know you can do it. So bye for now, and I'll see you in another tutorial.